This session we are going to learn how to create user registration and login application using Firebase in Android. So if you see, this is my Firebase console which I have opened. So I am not using any existing project from the Firebase. I will create a new project in Android Studio and then I will connect that project to the Firebase. So for that, what we have to do is for the running purpose, I have created an Android emulator and I am using that. And I have also opened my Android Studio. So let's create one project. So I'm creating one project. I'll take as an empty project. And I will give name as a Android login register Firebase. So let's give this name Android login register Firebase, and I am using the minimum SDK version as the 5, that is Lollipop. So now click on finish. It will take little bit time to create the project and download all the files which are required. So wait for a few minutes. So as you can see, project build has been done. So the first step is to add the Firebase to our project. So there are two ways. Either you can create a project over here and then using the this package and other information you can create. Otherwise there is one more option. Go to the tools and here you will see the option of Firebase. So click on this Firebase. It will open one assistant at the right side. And now here you will see the multiple options. If you see, the options are showing like analytics, authentication, real-time database. So first step, suppose we are using the Firebase, so we need the registration. For the registration we can use the authentication. Here you will see many types of authentication. So it's showing like authenticate using Google sign in and other. So here you will get multiple options. So I am using the last one. It's showing as a authenticate using a custom authentication system. So when I will click on this, it will ask for the connection, means it's saying that connect to the Firebase, and then there will be multiple options like adding Firebase authentication to your app and everything. So I'll click on this, connect to the Firebase. It will open the Firebase console. Here it will automatically take the project name. So if we click on create add project, so if you see this taking our Android project automatically. So I'll keep as a default, and then what I will do, I will click on the continue, and from continue here you will see there are multiple options like analytics. So we don't need analytics. Suppose you want analytics in your project, you can enable this one. It's by default enable. Otherwise you can disable this. So once you will disable this, all the functionality will get disabled automatically. Now create project. Again it will take little bit time to create the project. So project is ready. Now click on continue. So here you can see it will show that project is created. Now it's connecting to the Firebase with your Android. Now click on connect. So it will connect to the Firebase. Now I will suggest you to open one Firebase console. And now let's go to our project. So this is the project which I have created. Now I want in registrations. For the registration, what I can do is I can go to this here. If you see, there are multiple options. So I have to use the authentication. So in the authentication, there will be multiple options for authentication. So click on get started, and then we have multiple options to enable authentication. So for now I will enable this email and password. So when we will register, we need to provide our email address and password. So if you see that here you can see this details. So here you can use the user like demo@gmail.com, and then password will be demo 1234567889, or anything you can give that, whatever you want. Add user. So this is email address, and then password you can't see, and this is the user ID which will which help us to register other information of this user in the next using our Firebase real-time database. So what I will do, I will delete for now. Now once you will connect, you need to go to the project again and connect the Firebase authentication SDK. So when you will click on this, this will automatically add this library to our project level module, and this Gradle, both the Gradles, one is for the project level and one is for the module level. Now click on accept changes. Again it will take some time to add this library to our Gradle files. Here you can see in this Gradle, this for all file will be added to this Gradle. Here you can see. Now we will go through the code. So here you will see the basic code itself, whatever code we required for the basic authentication and registration and sign in, everything. So all the library has been added. So I will take this code. So first, if you see, this code is used to authenticate whether user is current user or not. So what I can do, I will take the same code. Now as it's now import the library. Now as it says to initialize this M authentication, so I will initialize over here. And what I will do, if you see this on start, so either you can create use on start or on create also you can use. So I will take this code to get the current user from this app. So now it will get the current user. Now from user you can get the string user ID. So I will give string user ID equal to, for now it will be null. Now let's check whether any user is present or not. So I will do if current user not equal to null. So I will display a toast dot make test get application context and current user is okay. So one more steps. Okay, fine. I will not use this one. This variable I will exclude for now. Let's comment out current user is. I will give the plus and then current user dot get user ID and then length dot sort dot show. So what it will do, this code will do is, this will take the current user from this app which is connecting to the Firebase, and if the user is not equal to null, then it will show the user ID, the ID which you saw in the console. Else what it will do is toast.makeText get application context, then user not found. So obviously when we will run for the first time, the user will not found. So this will happen. Okay. So the next step is, what I will do, I will run this application. So let's see what's happening. It will again take some time to run. So as you can see, it's loaded. So I'll run again so that we can, or otherwise what I can do is I can put the log over here, log.d log user in plus I'll get the current user dot get uid, else user, and now user not found. So let's run this. It will run quickly. Log. So you can see user not found. Here also if we search user, so you can see user not found. So now let's quickly get started with the registration part in this tutorial itself. So if user not found, what I will do, I will start another activity. Start activity, new intent, get application context, comma, register, dot class. So let's create one more activity, and this I will give as a empty activity, register. So this gets resolved. Now suppose we will run. So here I will give email and will give email ID and password. Linear layout. Orientation vertical, and then edit text, match parent, height will be wrap content, and ID will be email, hint will be email, top margin 10 dp, and for password also I will give match parent, then the wrap content, then ID, password, hint, password, top margin again 10 dp, and this one also get close, and then button, and this will be match parent, wrap content, and then the text will be register, and then the top margin 10 dp, and ID will be register. Okay, so it will be match parent, height will be wrap content. Okay, and then the button. So now let's run this one. What's happened we will see here. So if the user not found, then it will send to the register page. Now we will go to the code. Here again I will show you the, when you will go to the site, here only you will get the basic code in the Android section. So I am using the password authentication. So if you see here, what we have to do is we have to initialize the mauth. So I believe we have mauth over here, so I will take this only. Then after that we will have to initialize this. So in the onCreate method, what I will do, I will initialize this one, mauth equal to get instance. Now they have given an onCreate, so instead of that I will give on the on. So they have given an onStart, we will give on the onCreate. So this we have already seen. So, and obviously we know that this user is not present, so what we can do is, otherwise we'll first what we have to do is we have to create the reference. So edit text, email, password, then button, register. Now I will give the reference, email equal to find view by id r.id.email, password equal to find view by id r.id.password. Now register equal to find view by id r.id.register, and then what we will do next is register.set on click listener, new on click listener. Inside that, if what we'll do, we'll take the value. So string email id equal to email dot get text dot to string, and again string pass equal to password dot get text dot to string. And now we will call the function register user. We will create another function register user, and we will pass email id and then pass. So basically we need to create this function. So private void register user, and we'll pass as a string uemail, that is user email, and upass, that is a user pass. Sorry, this will be again string upass. And after that, if you see here in the code what it's saying, mauth.create user with email password. So obviously we have already initialized the mauth over here, mauth equal to firebase auth.get instance. So mauth dot create user with email and password, and we will pass uemail and upass dot. Now here we have multiple functions, so we can use the add on complete listener. So if it's complete new on complete listener, so once it will complete, it will give us a task. So if task is successful, we can see over here also they are giving as a successful. If the task is successful, so we can say the log.d user and user created successfully. And also we'll take this user. So how we have taken the user is like we will use this one. So I'll again do the same code over here. So firebase current user equal to mauth.get current user. If current user not null, so we'll show the toast, and again user will print. Else we can show log.d user unable to get user details. So this is for the success. What if there is an error? So on fail, new on failure, and here log.d user, and here failed, and plus we will take the exception e.get localized message dot toString. So now let's save this. Okay, now I believe we are ready to run this. Log.d user, and then email ID plus pass. Same thing we'll see over here to trace our code if anything's not working or any issue. So this will be email app launched successfully. Demo@1 gmail.com demo 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now register. Now check for the log if anything happened. So we'll search using user. So okay, so here we can see previously there was some issue with the name. So here if you see, I can see Firebase auth listener about user, and then user created successfully, and this is the user ID. Now if you see over here also, so now we can see the user has been created, and this is the user ID. And after that also we are able to get this message also, where is that this user current user ID, user created successfully, and after that current user ID. So user created successfully, and this is the current user ID. So suppose what will happen if we try to register again the same user. So let's clear this out, and again I will click on the register. See, it's throwing the error, failed, the email address is already in use by another account. So this is the message which is coming as exception. Okay, and that exception come from the here failed, and this is e.getLocalizeMessage.toString. It comes in the on failure listener. So in this session we saw how to link the Firebase, and then again how to check for the user, the current user, if user is already registered or not, or user is present or not, and then how we can register a new user. So in the next session what I will show you how you can add details for this user. Like this user has been created, but I want to store this email ID and other details in Firebase real-time database. So in the next session I will show you how to connect to the real-time database, and also how we can log in using this user ID, email address and password. So currently we don't have any Firebase database. In the next session I will create and I will connect to that. So thank you for watching. If you have any query you can ask me. Thank you.